Hi, welcome back. It's Louise from Narrowboat Changing Pace. You join us right in the middle of flooding drama. Well, when I say in the middle, that would mean it would be part 1.5. This is actually part 3. So kind of at the end, but it's where all the drama is at. Hopefully you've watched part 1 and part 2. They were released yesterday and the day before. It's not a great start. It starts very early Saturday morning. I go out and I adjust the ropes in accordance with the water levels, and the day unfolds before you as well as we could document under the circumstances. I hope you enjoy it and I will see you at the end. So, the gangplank to the boat is working. I don't know whether you can see, we've now lost the gangplank at the other end. It's continuously rising. Yeah. The blue bobbly bit's underwater. The chair is also underwater. I've had to adapt the roping of the boat to keep the boat in, but obviously I want to keep it out. I don't know where my buoy is. I'm assuming my buoy is still down there. Should the boat go over the buoy, then we're going to have issues. The other buoy at the other end, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, that's still there. So that's in between Friday and Saturday. I'm really fed up. Basically, the water's come up. I think it's come up as fast as it did last time. We had about a foot and a half to play with. That's now going underwater. The gangplank's still working, but obviously as the boat rises, that end does. The bit that's attached to the land, that's gone underwater now. It's too low. Dave's in Sheffield because he had a drinks do thing this evening. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to sleep, to be honest with you. I'm just worried. I'm not going to be able to get the dogs off the boat in the morning. They're still on. That was okay. We went out at 10 o'clock for their last week, so they should be good. Dave says he's going to get down here for about 9:30. It's a little bit late for the dogs, but I think I should be able to hold them off. I don't know. It's all a bit much. Good morning. It's April Fool's Day today. I'm waiting for Dave to arrive. He's going to tell me what we're going to do. It's going to be the knight in shining armour. Put the gangplank down yesterday. We've lost that gangplank. It's gone underwater. Now the gap from the bank to the boat is probably about 20 foot, to be honest with you. I don't see how we're going to be able to bridge that gap. The dogs don't know they can't get off the boat yet. They're still in bed, so I've left them there because there's no point upsetting them until I need to. See how the day unfolds. Okay, the boat has started leaning. The ropes are at the top of their game there. You can see the pin in the top of the rope. I'm going to have to slacken the ropes slightly to stop the boat being leaning over. Here's the path that's gone. Bridge, the pedestrian bridge, nearly gone. Boat bridge, nearly gone. Dave's arrived. I've asked him to make an assessment of whether we're going to be able to bridge this gap with what he's got. I don't think we are going to be able to, and in essence it's going to leave the dog stranded on the boat.
And been to the lockup this morning because Louise phoned me last night, sent me some photos. The river levels risen dramatically. So this morning I've gone to the lockup. And what I did was I brought 2 sets of step ladders, some gangplank wood that I borrowed off top of one of the lockups neighbouring ours. I've got the weekly shop and I'm going down to assess the situation where the boat is. I'll take you with me. This is the path down to the river. You can see the river in the distance. And just coming into view is Narrowboat Changing Pace. As you can see, path down to the boat is completely underwater. They are very much cut off. As you can see, the gangplank's just collapsed. The ladders fell off the boat. So there's no way we're going to bridge that gap to get the boat off.
So because the boat was leaning, I've pulled this rope up to straighten the boat out. By doing so, I've lost what little remained of the gangplank. I'm not fearful that it'll float a bed away because there's a big weight in the bottom of the water. Dave's turned up. Pardon?
I've got no idea what to do.
Right. River forecast says we're going to go up. So we're going to go up for today, and then apparently it's going to descend on Sunday. The problem is we know that the river descends the slowest in the world. Excuse me. I took a lot of flack last time due to my inability to throw, even though I warned you all. Pardon, Dave?
Can you throw me my willies, please, with your excellent throwing?
Are you sure you want me to do the throwing?
Yes.
Dave has asked me to throw these over there. Kick him in the head, kick him in the head. Right, where do you want it? In the river?
No, up here.
What happens if I throw your welly in the river?
Well, it's gone into it.
Underarm or overarm?
However you feel best.
So you're putting the onus on me?
Well done.
You got you in the knick-knack. All in the swing. Oh, welly throwing! I must be a champion!
Well done, Louise. I'm going to stick my throwing wellies on now. And this is what I've brought, which is a ladder. It's a step ladder that sort of like extends into a ladder. Now I'm hoping that if I can get that end into the ladder over there, that this wide end will reach this bank. I'm not so sure, but we'll have a go.
Dave's just turning the ladder around, trying to bridge the gap. It's only a temporary measure, unfortunately. It's not going well. River and Avon Navigation Trust is here. I don't know that gentleman's name though. There's very little I can do here at all. Dave's pretty much working it.
What Lou's trying to do is hook this ladder and pull it up onto the next rung. Hold on.
I'm not literally dressed for hungry men right now. I go and put something more alluring on. Oh, do I look alright for fireman?
Yes,
Do I look fireman worthy?
Right, I'm going to go and check on another boat.
okay.
Is there another one?
That's coastal wreck, yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's alright.
They'll be in a better position than us.
And we moored all the boats up, came on the Friday morning, and the one boat was like that.
Really?
For a night. And it'd gone up 5 foot.
And that is my issue with leaving the boat, that nobody will be able to hear.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to see this little boat.
Don't leave me, Richard! Fool! Dave's in
Big red fire engine turn up in a minute.
Lovely. Richard. Again, I've not had any dealings with him. He's off to rescue another boat. I'm at the top of the poles. Do you remember I said I was being pulled over? That's still the case. My concern is if the firemen come and they take me off this boat, the boat will be on its own. The problem there again lies is my safety. They're at least going to take the dogs off. I think you're going to have to put them in kennels again. Eh?
Yeah.
What did he say? This water wasn't expected? I didn't expect it. My gangplank's under the water.
So are you stopping on the boat or coming off?
If I can, I'll stop on the boat.
Update. Louise on the boat. Lot of water. Plan with the ladders might have worked, but the Avon Navigation Trust guys come. They've actually phoned the fire brigade, who are going to send some burly men.
The concern is we're at the top of the pole. Do not go any higher. I can release the ropes, and we've got all of the length of the boat to go higher.
But the dogs are never going to get off, are they?
I need to get the dogs off.
So
I have to go back in kennels.
so the fire brigade are going to come help us get the dogs off, eh?
They know we've got a great day.
I don't know.
Do they think they're just going to pop it under their arm and, oh yeah, I'm safe?
Well, they're going to have a surprise, aren't they? So I'm going back to the van. I'm going to take the ladders back to the van. So I'm abandoning Louise for the moment. I'm going back to the van. I'm going to sort the van out so I can get the dogs in the van. What are we doing about shopping?
If the fireman can bring my shopping over because it's in the van, that'll be great. But I mean, is that an abuse of firemen people?
Oh, it's a rescue, isn't it? So I would imagine.
If the facility's available, can the firemen bring the shopping?
Yes, I'm hoping so.
But I think they're going to tell me to get off the boat.
Well,
That's my problem.
I don't think that's an option. Also, going to lose the boat.
We can't lose the boat, it's our home. The firemen have arrived for me. They've got a boat for Willow. Maybe. I don't know what to say, I'm really embarrassed. Oh, they're coming. They might think I'm 18, they're mounting out of a molehill. Yeah, I'll let you know. Oh, they've stopped traffic. This is really bad. They've brought a fire engine. I'm really embarrassed now. I mean, I've said, they said, do I want to go off? No, I don't. I would rather cast off and throw the anchor out and sit in the middle of a river, and it will be what be. Because I can't afford to lose this. I've got, what, 6 foot from when the boat goes past the poles. The base of the boat will still be there, but we can't afford to lose the boat. I'd rather sit in the middle of the river with the anchor. Yeah, a boat's already tipped over this weekend.
Quite self-sufficient. It needs to just come up that much overnight. I mean, Sheffield yesterday, so
I'm not dressed for. I normally look much better than this. I'm not dressed for firemen. So apparently, the Avon Trust called the fire brigade out on an emergency. I.e., they thought I was drowning, so they rushed here to be absolutely upset that I'm just asking for all them to take the dogs. Anyway, the plan is they're building some inflatable rafts, which apparently will bridge the gap. They're 4 foot wide, so they'll come across, take the dogs off, give me my shopping, and then we will wait for the water to further rise, which, to be honest with you, it's still going up, so we're going to move. As for my plans, I had plans to go and see Kirsty today. We've had to reschedule that at a cost. Also, we're now having to put the dogs in kennels, so that's at a cost. This is turning into a very expensive trip on the River Avon. So basically, this is a dirt road, then there's a concrete path, and then from these poles there's nothing because the boat is being held off from the bank.
What's your plan with the dogs when you get off the boat?
They're going to have to go to kennels, so I can't do anything with them here.
Okay. So you got your car here, have you?
Yeah, I'm staying on, and the reason why I'm staying on is we live on board here, and I want to be able to release the ropes as and when the water rises, because we're at the top of our poles.
So you got a Great Dane?
Yes, unfortunately.
Something like that, sort of.
Yes.
Ladder there as well, isn't it? Go down. That's fine. Alright, we're going to put it across here.
Okay, great. No catching required.
Are you ready to... So what we'll do, when we put it in, just feed the line, feed it in, pull the end of the sled in, and then tie it off best you can. Yeah, just because we drop its nose in.
Just throw it off.
Yeah.
Alright, that's fine.
That's fine, don't worry. Well enough.
Okay, we actually might have that.
Coming up to the boat.
I thought we'd go over to Holsey.
My time is on.
Yeah, but you can trap it for a second, don't tie it yet, wrap it round.
How's that wrapping?
Yeah.
Ready? Because they're just going to run. Willow's got a lead on, but I think we're better off taking her.
We're not taking any then, just literally let them run.
Just let them run.
This is Otto's lead. They should run to David. You've been catching firemen.
There you go, look at that.
Very kind.
Kirsty wants to do up, who gets up top?
We went green.
I'm going to be listening up dancing for
There you go.
They've made me get off the boat. I'm not happy. The reason I'm not happy is because the water level's still rising. And if she still rises, the boat's going to end up tipping over. Ploughman assures me that won't be the case. I could cry, I really could. I said I could cry.
Yeah, not ideal, is it?
don't know. The boat's leaning over now. You can see it's leaning over.
Oh great, thanks Dave. I did ask about slackening ropes before we left it. He's got the rope for the anchor.
It's probably the longest rope we have.
Because it's for the anchor. He's trying to take the rope off the anchor. I'm a little bit nervous. There's a man adjusting the ropes. If you look from the bow, I don't know if you can see, there's a rope going all the way over to where ploughman is. So they're going to rope and tie. It's actually our anchor rope. They've used our anchor rope. It's not on the boat anymore. It's over there. And I think they're going to do something similar with the back, but I'm not sure. So the plan is we're going to take all the gangplank gubbings out of the water. So the man is just taking my back rope off, and I think they're going to put it to the Go get him, Superman! So basically we've got two ropes, bow and stern, attached to the boat. We've got one of our ropes that's attached to that far tree over there, and they're now putting in, the middle rope has come off, and they're now putting it around this big bushy treeness.
Just make it loop this.
We're now leaving Changing Pace on her own.
Yes.
Please don't burgle her. Well, if you can burgle her, can we borrow your canoe?
She's marooned. We've been kicked off by the fire brigade.
And by the Avon Trust. They took the decision out of our hands, or my hands. I had a bit of a strop, a bit of a meltdown. To be honest with you, she looks better now though. She's tied up to land.
And the poles.
And the poles.
She's sitting a lot better.
Yeah. We've got about
4 foot.
4 foot leeway before we'll need to come back and address her ropes. But they say she's going to go down tonight. But you know how slowly the Avon go down. When we started flooding, the levels were at 1.5 metres, and I can keep an eye on that and the distance by going online and seeing when the level comes down. Then I'll know I can come back to the boat safely. I'm not happy. That's a bad situation. I am safe, but I'm not happy. You've seen us be evicted from our floating home, Narrowboat Changing Pace, by the fire brigade didn't insist that we came off. It was more the River Avon Navigation Trust. I can understand the safety. Actually, the boat was sitting better. It did work out in the end, but when you're in the heat of the moment, all you can think about is, this is my home. If I lose it, that's everything, it's gone. Where do we start? How do we pick this up? It was quite stressful right up until the last, I'm going to say half an hour with the fire brigade. I wasn't coming off that boat. I fear that the decision was took out of my hands. I had to not conform, I had to adhere to the professionals out there, which I did. Yes, it worked out. I don't wish to think about if it hadn't have worked out. Oh, worth noting, this isn't a how-to, this is just what happened. If you are ever in that situation, I would advise you to phone 999, get the fire brigade in, whether you are drowning or not, whether you are thinking it's a mountain or a molehill. You need to be safe on a river flooding situation. That would be my advice. Definitely not a how-to, this is just how it unfolded for us. If you have enjoyed it, then do give me a thumbs up. And Dave, he's not here. He's still at work. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. It does help the channel grow. We appreciate each and every one of you. And actually, when this event went down, I was absolutely humbled by the amount of best wishes and indeed places to go, places to sleep that would take Willow, the absolute pain in the butt dog, who would probably dig up their garden. So I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. The community around us is growing and we are truly blessed to be in the middle of it. Ring the bell. That will notify you each and every time we release a video. Hopefully in the future it will have less drama. Maybe not for you, but for us that would be great. We don't need the stress levels, to be quite fair with you. And I will see you on the next one, wherever that will be, whenever that will be. The adventure will always continue. We are currently skirting around the outskirts of the River Canal network. I will see you on the next one, hopefully, if I don't see you on the cut or the river soon. Take care. Bye darlings, bye.